The old saying is where there's smoke, there's fire. So this is kind of what I work on when I work on a case. I think, okay, it's when we were kids, the paddle. I just saw a post about this, bring back the paddle. And my dad didn't use the paddle. I think maybe one time. Okay. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's kind of what I think about. And when I look at the mask, I see face mask. And when I was in therapy, things were come up in therapy about the pizza box and the wood, and then empty chairs. Of course, that comes up with movies. So if we were to go to a movie group, I would just assume that people have seen that movie. I've never seen the movie The Hollow Man. So I don't know what this really means to somebody. It might mean something. Patch of leaves. That was when my Volkswagen spun out of control. Mike Sal said, "Oh my God, my Volkswagen spun out of control in a patch of leaves." And um, it was a way back when I was at work. And I know you guys probably had a car accident maybe or so. Like, I was upset all the time. I get upset and my car would spin out of control. Several different times I would be upset and my car would again spin out of control. So same thing on my birthday, November 29th, 2016, after I was leaving my nephews, um, where they were at the hospital. I was going back to North Carolina. My car spun out of control again, upset. So obviously getting upset about something involving car accidents and then it comes down to some things that like again when I see like things that stick out to me about the grill, these and how it ends up this way I don't know, but I'll be honest with you. Dad said some things. We went to see the movie Ghost in 1990 with Dad up here, right here on Main Street. So that kind of, these are the kind of things I think about when I haven't talked to my family or things that are going on with the bike, with a stolen bike. When I, you know, now what does it mean? It doesn't have to mean anything. But to me, when I see some things that stick out, I just feel the need to talk about it. Uh, that's the way it is. There's things that just didn't add up. Something just did not add up. No. hmm The bush, yeah, because when we would run away from home, we hid in the bushes. hmm my dad would snap off and we would run in the bushes. My dad was a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, and when he would get nasty or mad or pissed off, we would run. Uh, we, and there was a lot of times he was right. There was a lot of times he was wrong. There was an issue that occurred when we were younger, and he was right. It just seems like everyone that gets to the right place at the right time, it's not surprising at all. Because that's where we were in Butler, and we went and saw the movie Ghost, and it was about that penny. Mm. And it just so happens that my brother-in-law was friends with Patrick Swayze, so, and he was in the movie. All right. Mm. We've had experiences. Now, whether they say they're ghosts, well, there was a paranormal conference, so that confirms all my concerns. That's a confirmation. There's confirmation everywhere, so I don't need to like make stuff up. But this is where I had the dream last night. I had a dream about a little black girl wrapped in between the rocks, and that's where I had the dream. That's what the dream showed me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what my dream was about last night. And if you've ever had prophetic dreams or dreams, you just think to yourself, like, what does this really mean? That mask, I don't know, that just sticks out. There's things that just stick out, especially because it's deer season. So I saw years ago we watched a movie Deer Hunter. Now that doesn't mean anything to me. But we also watch. Here's the thing: watching a Francis Ford Coppola movie. When I looked at the Francis Ford Coppola movie, and we sold a lot of Francis Ford Coppola wine, so I don't know. That's just these are the things again. Okay, let's go back to this, the key ring. That key ring means something to me because my car, this girl that owns this ring, car ring, this, she had the same concerns I had. Because both our vehicles were both pulled over, basically in the same location at different times. And we all ended up at Catholic Charities. So there's some irony to this. It's just how people end up crossing paths. I don't always know every answer. It's interesting when you think about when you follow a lead or you know putting a puzzle piece together, because that is kind of the mystery about solving cases and hearing about stories like Jerry Mahan's case. That's going to get some, obviously. I believe there's a lot more to the Jerry Mahan case. I just always, it always stayed with me about a dog, about things in here being in this close. I've never been to Cabot, PA, so I don't know anything about it. But I know girls don't usually go to the woods. Only if you're in basic training and you have to be at your training unit. Uh, Girls don't normally go to the woods unless they're in basic training and they're with their unit. So one of the things is leaving camp, and some of the things my dad saying things to me. I don't always disagree with my dad. There's some things I disagree with him and I agree with him. But since my dad has been passed away, there's things that do come up, and I do think about these things as I'm older now, looking back. But yeah, just it's a mystery for sure.